All right. Okay. So this training video is available to everybody. You can go to the help, which is down at the very bottom left-hand corner. If you click on help, there's lots of training videos that is available. We're going to go ahead and start watching this Welcome to the Teams.
Welcome to Microsoft Teams, a collaboration app to help your team stay organized and have conversations all in one place. Let's start with, what else? Teams. Here you can see the list of all the teams you're on. Teams are made up of channels. You can build them by topic, department, or just for fun. Channels are where the real work gets done. Like hold meetings, have team conversations, and share files. At the top of each channel, you'll find tabs. They're like links to your favorite files, apps, and services. When you share a file in a channel conversation, you and your team can edit it at the same time and share thoughts alongside it. To find all the files that have been shared in the channel, go to the Files tab. To see all files shared across teams, select Files on the left. Want to talk privately with someone or a group? Click New Chat at the top and type the names. To make a call directly from a chat, click Video Call or Audio Call. In some cases, if your organization has it set up, you can call anyone from Teams using calls, even if they're not using Teams. In Calendar, you can see everything you've got lined up for the day or week, or schedule a meeting. This calendar syncs with your Outlook calendar. To get to an online Teams meeting, select Join. In a meeting, you can show content from your device or record your meeting. Go to Activity or View that lets you catch up on all your unread messages, @mentions, replies, voicemails, and more. And use the command box to search for specific items or people, take quick actions, and launch apps. No matter where you are in Teams, the command box is right here for you. You can download the mobile app so you're in sync when you're on the go. Now bring in your colleagues and let the teamwork begin.
All right. So that was a great overview video. I'm going to start in the section that I most use, which is the chat feature. So over on your left-hand side of Microsoft Teams, you'll click on chat. And chat is just a way to instant message somebody in your group. So anyone in True North, we can chat through this feature. Here are all my recent chats. If you're new to Microsoft Teams and don't have any recent chats, to start a new chat, you come up here to the very top, click on New Chat, and you can start entering in somebody's name. So if I hit K, it'll pre-populate with everybody who has a True North email that has a K in their email. So you can see that kind of populates right here. If I wanted to talk to Kyle, I already had a chat going with him, so it pops up here. To type a message down here, you just type a message here, best, hi. That will send to Kyle. He will get that message. And then you can see, okay, he has seen my message and now he is typing me back. I get that. Say I want to just recognize that I got that message. I can type him back something back, or I can just, okay, I like that message. I saw that. There's a lot of, it's kind of very similar to texting. It looks like texting. You can go back to the very beginning of your string. So it never leaves, even if you shut down your computer or you shut down this application, it keeps everything that you have done on here. So that's nice. that it doesn't go away. It's kind of like an email chain or a text chain. And it has very similar features to a text where you can have emojis, there's GIFs, I mean, there's stickers, there's all this fun stuff. Now let's say I'm talking with Kyle and there's just back and forth, and I think it'd be just easier if we had a phone conversation or if I just talked to him. So you have the option up here. You can do a video call, there's an audio call, and then there's also this screen share. So if I wanted to share a document with Kyle, I wanted to talk through an Excel document that we're working on, I can go up here, go to screen share. You have the option of sharing your desktop, or you can share a certain window on your desktop. So if I had my Excel document that I wanted to share with him, it would show up on here if I had it open. If not, I can click on my desktop and then I can open my Excel document and then talk through it. I do recommend choosing your desktop over your window. It does seem like there has been some issues with it freezing if you just select a document, but maybe not so much when you select your desktop. So I have two monitors, so that's why you see screen 1 and screen 2. But you just select whichever monitor you want to present and then pull up that document that you want to share, and then he will be able to see it on his computer. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you this video feature. It's very similar to Zoom. It's going to be calling him. I'm going to put it on mute so we don't get feedback. Okay. And then Kyle will pop up, and I know that he's had some issues with his video, so I don't know if he will pop up with his video. But it's very similar to Zoom, where his video will pop up here. And then I can also, while we're talking, here's the share feature. Again, I can choose, oh, there he is. Hi, Kyle. So here's the share feature. I can choose my desktop or a certain window from my screen to share with him. Now, say we're talking, and I think, it'd be easier if Gary joined this conversation. So you can add people to the call. You go hit show participants. It will pop up over here. So currently in the call, myself and Kyle. Now, if I wanted to include Gary, I would go ahead and just select him. It would then call him, and he would have to accept, and then he'd be joining our call. And you can invite as many people as you want. It'll call everybody up. So that's a nice feature of Microsoft Teams. Okay, well, thank you, Kyle, for the demonstration. I'm going to go ahead and hang up. And then it comes back up to our chat that we had going. Something else about the chat feature, as I said, it kind of a very ongoing message. You can go back to the beginning. So some things can get lost. And if you want to remember a certain thing that he said, maybe it was important, maybe you wanted to go back to it, you can save this message. So if you go to more options, you can say save. Now that will go into a saved file, well, a way to find it later. That way you can go back to it. So if you go up to the top right-hand corner where you see your profile, click on that. And here you would see your saved messages. So if I click on saved, here's all the messages that I've bookmarked. And then I can go back to them and look at them. And then if I'm done, I can unbookmark and say, okay, I've done those. Okay, I'm good. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and look to see if there's any questions at this point. All right. All right, people who are invited to a call can also invite others as well. Yes, that's true. So I don't have to be the one to add a person. Kyle could have added that person to our call. And you can also delete messages. Yes, so say I typed something to Kyle and well, that does not make any sense at all. I can go over here, go to more options. I can edit it. So I can just go back, say I had a misspell. I misspelled something, I can go back and edit it. I can also delete it. So here I just edited it. Now if I wanted to just delete it because it doesn't matter. Okay, this message has now been deleted. Okay. Let's see here. Is there a time limit on the length of the meeting? No, there is not. So unlike Zoom, there is, if you're just doing a free version of Zoom, you know how that kicks you off after 40 minutes. It does not do that here. There's no time limit. So good question. Let's see, can you delete an entire thread? I don't think you can. I honestly haven't tried. So I don't want to, but I'll go ahead and look and see. I can hide it. So here, just so you know, the options, since I have so many chats going on, I can pin Kyle to the top if I wanted him to just stay at the top of my chat screen here. So this is my recent chats. If I wanted to start a new one, I haven't talked to somebody yet, I can hit new chat, it'll pop up here. But say down here, they got lost because I haven't talked to this person in a long time. Well, I can go here and I can pin them and they'll go back up to the top. Do you receive an invitation to a chat if someone wants to chat with you? How does that work? Okay, so if you do not have Microsoft Teams set up on your computer and you get a chat from somebody, because like I said, anyone who has a True North email will pre-populate on here. So let's say Kristen doesn't have Microsoft Teams on her computer, but I can still chat with her. I can send her a message. It will email her saying somebody wants to chat with you on Microsoft Teams. And then she can download Microsoft Teams and see my message. Now, if you have Microsoft Teams already downloaded on your computer, it will pop up. Kyle, go ahead and send me a message again. I'll show. Now see down here, I have it listed, and when so he just sent me a message. Now I see I have one message in here, and I have it where it will, see, I don't know if you heard that, but it will make a little sound that I know. Then, okay, here we go. There's a message, and then it'll show, okay, I read all this. This is his last message that he sent me that I haven't read. All right, let me see. Okay, and yes, Gary said that we plan on using Microsoft Teams for the variance calls next month for the ones coming up. So I will, at the very end of this call, I will show you how to download Microsoft Teams onto your computer if you haven't had it downloaded already. So that will come at the end of the meeting, but everyone will have access to everything I'm going over. You just have to sign in through Microsoft Teams using your True North email and then your email password. And if you don't know your email password, you can just let me know and I can reset it, or you can go online and reset it. Does it show if a meeting has been read, a message has been read? Yes, so this is what I sent to Kyle right here. And you can see when I go over it, it says he's seen it. So he has seen this message and he has seen everything that I've written up until this point. So let me just do this again. So right here, this little check mark means it's been sent. And then when Kyle opens it up and looks at it, there you go. It just switched to yes. Okay, so it's been seen. So now I know that he has read that message. Yes, true. It can also be downloaded onto your iPhone or any phone, type of phone that you have. There is an app, so you can have both a desktop app and your phone app. It works together. It's very great if you travel a lot or you're not by your computer very often and you want to have all these features still where you can chat. You still have it. So I have my desktop version, I have it on my phone. So if someone sends me a message and I'm away from my desk, it's similar to a text message. It sends me a notification saying, Kyle, he sent you a message through Microsoft Teams. I can look at my phone, see what he said, and I can respond. I can also jump on my any calls or meetings, Microsoft Team meetings that I have through my phone as well. So I will show you that at the very end, how to download both onto your computer and onto your phone. Okay, great. Love it. Great questions. I am going to now go into Teams. So here's the chat feature. Teams is right below it. I am going to start off with some more short overview training video through Microsoft Teams. Let me get this pulled up here.
In Microsoft Teams, teams are groups of people that connect for work, projects, or common interests. Teams are made up of channels. There are standard channels, ones that are visible and available to everyone, and private channels, where you can have focused, private conversations and share files with a specific audience. Each channel is built around a topic, like team events, a department meeting, or just for fun. Channels are where you hold meetings, have conversations, and work on files together. At the top of each channel, you'll find tabs. These are links to your files, apps, and services. To add a tab, select the plus sign next to the tabs. Add Planner, for example, to create a project board for tracking team tasks. If you have a lot of channels, pin the most important ones to keep them at the top of your list. Choose a channel to pin, and then select More Options, the 3 dots next to the channel name. Then Pin to pin it. Select More Options again to unpin the channel and to see what else you can do with the channel. And that's the quick overview of teams and channels. Put them to work for you.
Okay. All right, and then so I wanted to show this work in channels.
Channels are where team conversations and collaboration happen. There are different types of channels. Standard channels are available to all team members. And private channels, you can recognize them by the lock icon, are for specific people who have been invited to them. Every channel has a Posts tab, where team members post messages and replies. All the conversations are stored in the channel, so it's easy to get caught up. Like what someone said, give them a thumbs up. Typos happen, but they don't need to happen for long. Select the 3 dots on your message to edit it. Or you can delete a message if you want. When you want to bring someone's attention to a conversation, type the @ sign and their name. Need to get everyone's attention? You can @mention an entire team or channel too, if the team owner has enabled it. These red circles next to the channel names tell you the number of times you've been @mentioned in the channel. You'll want to follow up on those conversations. Post a file in a channel, and you and your team can comment on and edit it together.
Okay, all right. So those are just some short videos. I'll go ahead and jump into Teams here. I don't use this very often, so I don't have that many teams. We have our accounting group here. And we only have general and then accounting meetings. So within each channel, so you can add channels to this group, but we have our accounting group. You can see I can manage the team. Here I can add members to the team. And then I can add channels if I wanted to. We have the general one, and this is where it's kind of like a group message, group text, or group chat. If I send something here, everyone who is in the accounting team will see this message. Same with this channel as well. I've set this up so we have our accounting meetings shown in here. So we had a meeting yesterday, so you can see that there's the calendar invite. If the participants wanted to, they could go in here and they could join the meeting through just double clicking on here and joining. Also, we had set up meeting notes for this meeting. So if I wanted to look to see what our notes were, our agenda, we have them up here and they will stay. So next accounting meeting, we can go look and see what we had discussed in our last meeting. And you can see anyone can add to here, not just me. So Gary added this. Can you see this addition by Gary? Yes, I can, Gary. I can see that. Anyone that has access to the accounting meetings channel can go in here and add their notes to it. I also have attached our agenda meetings from our last meeting in March. So that's all here. It's nice because it's all in one place. We can all access it. It's not just on my computer or somewhere lost on the common drive. It's just right here. If you wanted to create a new team, down at the bottom here, it says join or create a team. Click on there. And then here's create a team. So you can build a team from scratch. You can make it private where people would need permission to join it, or you can make it public where anybody in the True North organization can join. So I'll just say training group. And then you can write a description about what it's going to be about and create. And it's going to create the team. Nice work. And then it's going to pop up where I can start adding members to my training. So again, I can start typing. It will populate with the people here that have True North emails. I can click, and then I can add. And then I've created my training group. As you can see, they always give you this general, and then you can add channels as you go along. So you can easily add a channel, just add the name of the channel, you can add a description, you can make it private, or you can make it accessible to everybody on the team. So if you only say it was like a certain transaction that was happening and only a few people really need to be involved in it. So you can make it private and just invite specific people from that group to this channel. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to check to see if there's any questions at this time. Okay. Well, if you do have any questions, go ahead and type it. I'm gonna show one more video here that will talk about how you can share files and upload files. And I'll be watching for those questions. All right. So you can, again, through Teams, you can share files. So we only have one file currently with the accounting team, but everyone can see this, and then they can open it up and they can edit it and then save it back up, and it will just be all on here. Also in the chat feature, you can also have files. Like Carl and I have not shared any files. I know Karen and I have, so if I go here, she shared this file with me the other day, so it's right here, and I can go back to it and open it up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into now the calendar. So you can schedule meetings, schedule Microsoft Team meetings through the calendar. This links up to your Outlook calendar, so everything that's on your Outlook will pop up here. To schedule a new meeting, go up to this right-hand side and click New Meeting. And it's very similar to creating a meeting through Outlook. You add your title. Let's say I want to do another accounting meeting. You add your people that you want to add to the meeting. You can schedule your time and date here. If you want it to repeat, you can add a repeat. Say you want to do it every month. You can do that here. If you want to, here's where you would add your channel. So if I have an accounting meeting and I want to show this meeting in that channel, I would select accounting, select accounting meetings. And then when I send it, then it will show up the next time I open into that channel. You can add your details here. And this says location. That is something that's not, we don't use that. That's like if you had conference rooms and you need to schedule a conference room. So you don't need to worry about that. Now up here, you have your details, which is what I'm currently on. And then you have your scheduling assistant. So this is nice feature. Again, it links up to everybody's Outlook calendars. You can see when people have meetings, so you can find a time where everyone is available. So currently, the time that I selected, 11 to 11:30, everybody is available. But if I went back here, they're unavailable because everyone's in a meeting from 10:30 to 11. So once I hit here, now it says everybody is available. So I can hit send and everybody should be able to make it. You can also on this screen add people. Say I forgot somebody, you can add them. You can also take people off. And then once I hit send, so I'll go ahead and send this to you. Once I hit send, it does email that person, and then they would be able to accept or decline, similar to an Outlook invite. And then if I go to my Outlook here, okay, here's my Outlook calendar. You'll see here's the accounting meeting that I scheduled. It's now up on here. And if I double click on it, you will see here is the link. So once the meeting starts, I just come open this invite up. I click join Microsoft Team meeting. It will pop up and I will join the meeting. And the meeting is very similar to how we're using Zoom right now. It's similar. You have the video, you have all those different functions that Zoom has. You can record, you can share your screen, and also you can invite people outside of the True North network. You do not have to just have these team meetings with people who have True North a domain. You can invite anyone. They would get this link and they would just click on it, and then it would be similar to Zoom. They would just have to open it up through a web browser. Okay. Also, say you're not comfortable using Microsoft Teams in the scheduling. You are more familiar with Outlook and scheduling in Outlook. You can schedule a Microsoft Teams meeting in Outlook. So I'll go ahead and hit a new meeting. Same thing, you have your title. You can add your people here, have your time and date. And now to get that link to join here, you would just hit this team meetings. And there you go, there's that link to your Microsoft Teams. So when you send this out, they'll just have to click on this link and it will take them to the Microsoft Teams meeting. Another reason why you would do it this way opposed to going through Microsoft Teams is some people have their address book set up where they group people. So I have, my address book here, and I have like the Apple GMs are all grouped together. If I wanted to send them a quick email, I have them all grouped together, or wanted to have a meeting with them, so I can just click OK. Now everybody who is there pops up, and I can send it to them. So I'll go ahead and not save these changes. All right. Let me make sure I hit everything. And the only difference between like a Zoom call and Microsoft Teams would be the amount of tiles you would see, like the video screens. So Zoom, you could have several people, everyone is being shown together. With Microsoft Teams, they're limited right now to 9. So you can have more than 9 people on the call, but you just only be able to see 9 at that time. So that's the only really difference between Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the questions here. Okay, I assume that if you are hosting a video call that all the participants need to have Teams. No, that's not true. So you do not have to have Teams. I think it just opens up into a web browser, and they would be able to join. So they do not have to have True North. If they have never downloaded Microsoft Teams before, I think it just opens up, similar to like if you had a Skype meeting or something like that, you just open up to a web browser and it asks you to accept. I'm going to need to watch the recording. Okay. I will be sending out the recording of this call. I will have to figure out how to do that, but I have it recording. So I will be able to see it afterwards, and then maybe someone can help me figure out how to distribute that to everybody. All right, any more questions? All right. So a few more things here. There is a status bar. If you go over to your profile, so this is either your initials or if you have a photo, you'll see a photo of yourself. You can add a photo here. This is saying I'm in a meeting. You can change your status to available, busy, do not disturb, or appear away. Again, here is your saved messages. If you hit save on anything, you can go back and see that. Click on it here and it will pop up. And then here is your settings. So I just have the default setting. If you want it to be a little bit darker, you can choose one of these. I also have it clicked on auto start application. So that just means each time I turn on my computer, Microsoft Teams automatically opens. I don't have to open it up each time I turn on my computer. It's just automatically opens and people can see that I'm available. And then even when it's closed, like if I exit out of it, it still will be running. You have your notifications here. So this will ping your banner. I also have it on email, so if I miss somebody's text and I don't read it after an hour, I have it set up so any missed activities, after an hour, and I still haven't read it, it will send me an email. So that's kind of nice because sometimes you're focused and you miss it, you don't see somebody's text, somebody's chat, someone's pinged you and you don't see it. It will email you and it just says, Kyle sent you this message, and it will say what it said in the message. Okay. And then again, this help down at the very far left-hand corner is the help. You can choose topics. You can read about different things on here. And then you have your short video trainings here. Everything is, less than 3 minutes. You can, it's nice overview of all the different things that you can do in Microsoft Teams. So if you want to keep exploring after this meeting, here's where you can go and just start watching some videos. And then here's what's new. Again, this is kind of ever changing, always improving. So you can see what they've added, and it's always whatever they've added. The most recent will come up to the top, and you can scroll down and see, here they added this feature of raise your hand in a meeting. So if instead of interrupting the person talking, you can click on raise your hand and then they can get back to you. Oh, and there's roll call. I didn't show that. Now that's kind of nice. In Microsoft Teams, you send out all these invites, people accepted, some people declined. Now when you're in the Microsoft Teams call, in that meeting, you can click on participants and you can see who hasn't joined yet that accepted. So that's kind of nice to have because then you can know when everybody who's accepted is in your call and know when you can start. Okay. All right, so how to get started. If you don't have this application downloaded onto your computer, you might already have it, you just don't know. You can go down to your start button or your search here and type Microsoft Teams. And then you'll see pop up here, and then you can just click on it. If it's your first time using it, it will ask you to sign in. Again, that is your True North email and your True North email password. So if you do not know your True North email password, you can reset it. If you don't know how to reset it, you can email me and I can reset it for you. And then you can join and have this up and running. If you do not have it on your computer, you can go, let me pull this over. You can just Google Microsoft Teams download. Go to the Microsoft.com website. And you can see here, download for desktop. And then there's also this download for mobile. So if you're on your computer, here's your download for desktop. For your phone, I would just suggest going onto your phone, going to your app store. So if you have an iPhone, just go to your app store, type in Microsoft Teams, it will pop up, and then you can join, again, sign in through your Microsoft, or sorry, sign in through your True North email and password. Let's see. Again, the app on your phone is really handy, especially when you're not on a computer all day long. It's very similar to texting, but I know not everybody has each other's phone numbers. So if you want to chat with somebody in the True North network, you can find them, send them a message through this app. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen here. And I'm going to allow people now to, hold on one second. Okay. All right, so you are allowed to unmute yourself if you want. If you have any questions and you want to ask me, feel free to do so. Again, this is being recorded, so let me go ahead and stop the recording now.